It begins in the early 1960s, with Enzo Ferrari rebuffing Henry Ford's efforts to buy the Italian manufacturer for the Ford Motor Company. Henry got revenge in 1966, when Ford's GT40s took first, second, and third ahead of Ferrari's 330 P3S in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Ford then followed up with first-place wins in 1967, 68, and 69, which prompted the company to produce a retro-style GT road car in 2005-06 and a new GT in 2017. The latest Ford GT has all the presence, performance, and price of Ferrari's mid-engine supercars, though for the first time it's not powered by a V8, but instead a modern mid-engined EcoBoost twin-turbo V6. The all-new mid-engined Ford GT was unveiled at the North American International Auto Show in January 2015, and a street version launched for the 2017 model year. The modern Ford GT is 43 inches tall, the original was 40 inches. Thus the name GT40, with 2 seats ahead of a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. Which at 647 horsepower is the most powerful EcoBoost engine Ford has ever built. Ford announced it would build 200 GT in the 2017 model year, with only half to be sold in North America. Production plans for the 2017 Ford GT include a handful of competition series, cars, customer copies of the LMGTE, pro race car that won its class in the 2016 24 Hours of Le Mans. Both this model and the standard version are powered by the same mid-engine 674 8550 lbf 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. The competition series has a clear Perspex acrylic engine cover and Gorilla Glass in the bulkhead behind the seats for weight savings, as well as other mass reduction features. Our stopwatch says the Ford GT will do 0-60 mph in 2.9 seconds, and the quarter mile in 10.6 seconds, on the way to a 216 mph top speed. Piloting the GT is surprisingly easy, and the big car feels light and agile from behind the wheel. Despite its performance potential, the ride isn't as punishing as you might imagine. The suspension doesn't get choppy over minor bumps, but it will still transmit harsh impacts through to the cabin. The GT is built for speed, not comfort. With thick frame rails that push the 2 narrow, well-bolstered seats close against the narrow center console, the doors open upwards, not so much outwards, and together with the wide sills require driver and passenger to get in by first sitting sideways on the seats, then swinging their legs into the car. The seats are fixed in place, so the driver has adjustable pedals and steering column. Faux suede with splashes of aluminum and carbon fiber bathe the interior. The gear selector and headlight, window, mirror, and lock controls are the only visible pieces pulled from Ford's corporate parts bin. The front trunk is tight for anything beyond a couple of lightly packed weekender bags. The GT's audio system is off-the-shelf Ford, and as a light-weighted road version of a race car, the interior gets loud enough at speed that you might give up listening to the radio. Still, Ford's Sync 3 infotainment system is standard, and it comes with a 6.5-inch touchscreen, navigation, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto.